Hey everybody, welcome into the channel. How are you guys doing? It's good to see you again, but under not so good circumstances. So apparently the death toll has gone up. Tornadoes that spawned overnight, like we had it really bad here in this part of North Carolina, but child, the wind done blew so much my bun is crooked. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get into it. Definitely sending my thoughts and prayers out. Let's find out what exactly is going on and check out a few videos of this. By all means, please. I know, some people say, well, if I stocked up and everything is gone, I don't have anything, but it's better to have than not have, because right now people are facing power outages, no access to grocery stores because the food is spoiled or the grocery store may not even be there. People's homes have been just destroyed, just destroyed. It's a sad, sad situation. To think that this could happen overnight. So definitely have your weather band radios. I talked about it a little bit when I did my store walkthrough on anybody care to check it out. So tornado spawning storms leaves at least 25 dead in 2 states and swaths of destruction across central US. Y'all, they're still looking for people. Okay, I'll show that video in a minute. It says a violent tornado spawning storm system tore across the central U.S., leaving at least 25 people dead in Missouri and southeastern Kentucky as it cut a path of destruction through several states. The 18 deaths in Kentucky, and I think it was like in London, Kentucky, maybe a few other areas, but definitely London, Kentucky, come on the heels of fatalities reported hours earlier on Friday in the St. Louis area, which endured widespread destruction. I had no idea on Friday that this even took place. And I know it was bad here. I thought we was having something because in my mind, I was about to wake my husband up because it just, I mean, the sound of it sound like a freight train. And I'm like, I know that's what people say it sound like or whatever. Maybe I should get my husband and my daughter and go down to the basement where my son is. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. I just start praying, y'all. I don't know. It was scary for me. So I can't even imagine what they felt. I can't even put myself in their shoes to say I know what that feels like. But just that thought entered my mind. And my matter of fact, my weather alert did not go off, but my radio part didn't go off. My phone, however, did. One of my apps that I use for doing deliveries, I think was it DoorDash? It might have been DoorDash. It came up saying that it's severe storms in your area, etc. But anyway, the 18 deaths in Kentucky come on the heels of fatalities reported hours earlier on Friday in St. Louis area, which endured widespread destruction. 7 people were reported dead in Missouri. In all, large tornadoes have been reported in Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, and Indiana. And I know I saw the Needy Homesteader. Her title was that they were out of power. I can't remember what she said she was. The storms damaged homes and down power lines across Midwest and Great Lakes. It brought the same system that produced destructive storms and tornadoes on Thursday was last night. About 540,000 homes and businesses across dozens of states were without power as this Saturday, with Missouri, Kentucky, and Michigan. That's where she was from, Michigan, among the hardest hit, according to the poweroutage.us. You can go there and see where the power outage stands as of right now. But a lot of people are without power right now. So think about that ahead of time. This is why we prepare. Even if your home was not destroyed, you could still have things in your home that could help you hopefully get through, because you don't know how long it's going to take for them to come and restore your power. Making sure you have water, making sure you have backup power, flashlights. If you can find a fan that runs on batteries, maybe that too, because you got to think it's springtime, but in some areas it's really, really hot. So Those are things we have to think about now before we get any further into the storm season. So it's part of a multi-day spat of widespread severe weather stretching into early next week, they say. I mean, it's been raining for like 2 weeks, seems like here, as the system that generated deadly tornadoes in Missouri and Kentucky loses strength. Another round of severe storms is expected near the border with Mexico, thrusting more than 20 million Americans across the Southwest in the risk zone. So we need to be preparing, you guys. We need to be preparing. This says southeastern Kentucky was hit hard. The National Weather Service reported radar confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornadoes sweeping east across lower Kentucky shortly after midnight. Video and photos from southeastern Kentucky show a trail of destruction that began in Pulaski County before moving east into neighboring Laurel County. So let's check out their video, and then we'll go over to TikTok and see what we can find. Of course, we got to go through the commercials, y'all. We got to go through the commercials. I'm sorry. I can't even skip it. So I just turned it down because I don't want YouTube to get me for showing that. But this is not good. And this is, just the beginning of what the storm season can bring. And if you add in already, I'm going to turn it down because it's playing music, but here's video. If it'll show. Okay, there we go. This is not good. Look at the destruction. Look at this. And imagine this coming through while you're asleep, you, your children, or elderly, or whoever, asleep. How do you survive that? Did they have horns, like, the sound out? I don't know. So we're going to go over to, I don't want to show their whole video. Let's go over to TikTok.
We know now that at least 21 people are dead after a severe storm outbreak that produced several tornadoes across the Midwest.
Make sure
I'll
y'all
pop up this post here just coming in from Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear saying that they are in active rescue phase. They say that 5 counties have declared a state of emergency and they have 14 confirmed deaths. Sadly, that number likely to rise. We are expecting a news conference with Beshear later on tonight around 5 p.m. Eastern time.
State of emergency.
Over in Missouri.
My plan this weekend, I bought some more flowers.
Hold on, y'all. Let me take it back. I thought I was sharing.
We know now that at least 21 people are dead.
We're in a tornado. We're literally in a fucking tornado, dude. Oh, dude, it just crushed the crane truck. Oh my God. Dude.
Well, I'll lay down. My plan this weekend, I bought some more flowers.
That's insane. That's from the Daily Mail. It's captured tornado. Are they on the bus?
We are at bus house, and I'm looking out the front of the bus, and I can see the tornado.
Yeah, you should go to my development. See what a tornado can do to a bus. Yeah, bro.
It is heading northeast towards the river.
That was yesterday.
We're in the tornado. Oh
my God.
We need all hands on deck, man. Soon this pass, we need to clean up. We gotta clean up. Oh my God.
My My plan this weekend, I bought some more flowers.
You're looking at the aftermath of a tornado. Winds
St.
of
Louis.
up to 100 miles an hour tore through St. Louis, Missouri, and this is the result. Downed power lines, trees that have gone up to the second floor of some of the houses here. A neighbor told me that this building right here had a whole other floor to it before the tornado came through on Friday afternoon. The warning was issued around 2:34 p.m. 7 minutes later, that's when St. Louis was hit so hard. And now they're reckoning with the cleanup of all of this. Crews are all around the city in these affected areas, getting part of the debris out so people can start coming back.
Oh my God, they stuck.
Proceed to the route.
Oh, they got it, Doodle.
Oh my God, are they?
And that's another thing. You're going to have to think about your GPS is going to be off because you're going to have to try to find a way around this whole situation. Again, they don't have power. I don't know how their water is, so I don't want to say that they don't have water, but they don't have power, which means grocery stores, etc., are going to be throwing away food. The minute their backup generator runs out, if they have one, because I don't know how big these little towns are. People who don't have power and have medication like insulin, etc., that has to go in the refrigerator, you got to worry about that situation. So a lot is happening. Definitely start preparing now for this storm season. It may not hit you. It may hit your neighbors, or you know what I'm saying, but you'll have something. And if you have enough, you can share, because at this moment, when you're going through situations like this, you want community. You're going to need community. So keep preparing, keep doing what you need to do to make sure your family is safe.
Somebody.
Shit, that's people in there.
Brandon, I'm recording this.
Oh my God.
They're calling her out of there. Please get her, Jesus.
I hope she in there.
Please, Jesus,
Oh my
please.
God.
I
It's a
don't
lady in
know. Oh my God. Oh my God, they stuck.
Wow, that is unbelievable. I mean, a bomb went off there.
When I say I was just in this shit, y'all, west side, man. I'm talking about tornado just hit me, cuz look at the whip. I'm talking about just fucked us up. You hear me? Look at the windows and his shit. That window's gone. Look. Oh my God. Hey man, this shit crazy.
So now you've lost access to, if your vehicle's not running, or if your vehicle was severely damaged, you don't have access to even leave that area. So you have to deal with whatever's going on in that area.
When I say I was just in this shit, y'all, west side, man. I'm talking about tornado just hit me, cuz look at
the church. It looks like a toy church, a Lego church. God, please be with these people as they try to pull their lives back together. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of them feel like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know where FEMA, I haven't heard anything about FEMA. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen anything. When I looked it up, I haven't seen anything. I haven't even heard the news talk about FEMA setting up here or anything. I heard, that they put in, the state of emergency requests for funds, but
with the light of dawn, you can see what you feared through the flashes of light of emergency responders overnight.
Listen to all the alarms.
The violence of the damage that this tornado caused. Incredible damage, not just remnants of homes, but in many cases here in London, Kentucky, just the slabs of homes. That's all that remains from the power of this wind. That's indication of a very, very strong tornado, EF3, EF4 plus strength.
Wow.
Incredibly
I had no
long-lived,
idea it was an
violent
EF4.
tornado that tore through here, not just in London, but also in neighboring Somerset, Kentucky as well. The supercell that produced this tornado initially formed well over in Missouri before it tracked hundreds of miles, dropping tornadoes along the way before the long track tornado that tore through this neighborhood here in London.
That could happen
Sadly, it
to
appears
any
that
of
not
us.
only took away property, but also some lives here in London. With the
For those who live in the mid-Atlantic, you are now going to be on high alert for these powerful storms. But as you mentioned, those who live in the Midwest and the Ohio valleys, well, of course, they're reeling. Thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people across 15 states are waking up in the dark this morning. And it's not just power outages. You've got a lot of damage that looks like this. Trees toppling over onto homes, leaving some cars trapped underneath here. And of course, those who are now mourning the loss of their loved ones in states including Kentucky and Missouri. You just mentioned those 9 people we just learned lost their lives in Laurel County here. And for those in St. Louis, the mayor there describing it as a horrendous night, who said her city is now grieving.
Did you see that? Did you see that sign just now? I told y'all, I haven't even seen anything about grocery stores, but that sign said Aldi. I'm trying to go back, y'all.
Is now grieving. At least 5 people killed in that city alone, an estimated 5,000 homes affected. We're told more than a dozen search teams were with the city's fire department out last night, sweeping buildings, looking for anyone that was hurt or unaccounted for. We know 15 kids had to be taken to the children's hospital there. They're all expected to be okay. Another 20 or 30 adults taken to another area hospital, some there in serious condition. For those who live in the mid-Atlantic, you are now going to be on high alert.
Hold on. I'm going to try to go to the part where had the Aldi sign.
Over loss of their loved ones in state. You just mentioned those 9 people we just learned lost their lives in Laurel County here. And for those in St. Louis, the mayor there describing it as a horrendous night, who said her city is now grieving. At least 5.
So you guys, this is not good. This is a horrific situation that hundreds of thousands of people, like she said, are experiencing power outages and so much more. Loss of life is the worst of all, because in most instances you can rebuild if you have the means to do so, but you cannot replace life. And then how you live after an incident like I didn't even say an incident, something this tragic happens, how you live afterwards is not going to be the same as you were when you laid your head down to go to bed that night and woke up to everything around you gone. You are like you're in a third world country, especially if you don't have transportation to get out from where you are. So y'all pray for these people, old, young, in between. Pray for them. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on TOMMYBITES TV.